so what you're going to need is a tarp, some construction gloves, a handy dandy measuring tape, a drill driver, but I actually prefer to use a hammer drill because it's a lot more powerful and it will chip through the wood a lot faster. Half-inch nail bits, or drill bits better yet. You're going to want the ones that have like the pointy top so they can cut the wood even faster. Some regular drill bits, a paint kit, some DUPE crack filler, a marker, some painter's tape, make sure it's not duct tape, and some brackets. I got these off of Amazon. It comes in a pack of 6, but I'm already using 2 right now. I actually wish I had the ones that had 4 holes to drill into the wall, but these will work fine. They're about 6 inches long, and then they come with these nails and drywall anchors, but if you're going to be using a stud finder to drill into the stud, you don't really need those. And it comes with a cute little level. You're also going to use some paint. I'm using white paint and a paintbrush. And last but not least, you're going to need some wood. Mine is 1.5 inches thick by 10 inches long on one side and 9 inches long on the other. Alright, so first off is Dollar Tree. You do not sleep on Dollar Tree, guys. You'd be surprised how much supplies you can find here. That's just as good as any hardware store quality. Next up is Home Depot. Come here to get your wood, of course, and anything else that you can't find at any cheaper alternative stores. So here I'm using the measuring tape to draw down 2 straight lines. You don't have to be specific or anything like that, just draw them as straight as you can so that they're parallel to each other. Now on this part, when you draw the line perpendicular to it, I think that's what you call it, perpendicular, right? Adjacent? It's perpendicular. When you draw the next line perpendicular, make sure you draw that really straight, because that's exactly where you're going to be making the cross points to drill into. So I'm starting off with a shorter drill bit because it has that spiky top instead of this one where the top is a little bit more dull. So he's going to take that and just screw that into the drill. So you want to make sure that you have your drill turned to the highest setting, -24, and make sure it's moved over to that drill in mode. And then of course you want to make sure you put your gloves on for safety so you don't get any splinters. And now we're just going to drill into where we made those little cross marks. Every inch or so you drill down, you're going to want to make sure that you're flipping it upside down to get all those wood chips out. Alright, so you can see I'm trying to put this spoke in, but it's not going in. That's because the drill bit that we're using is the same exact length as the bracket, so that bottom half is actually getting put into the drill, so you're not getting that last inch of space. So that's why we're going to use this longer drill bit. And I just put the tape right there so I know where to stop drilling so I don't go in too deep. Just want to line it up to the length of the actual bracket like that. next up, you just want to grab your paint. I'm using a paint primer in one, so I just have to do like 1 or 2 coats, and then just paint away. So mine only took about an hour to dry. So this is what the finished product should look like. Make sure you paint all the sides of it and all the corners. And then I just used this little DUPE crack filler to fill any little holes or crevices that were naturally in the wood. So this is the workspace I'm using. If you're short, you might want to use a ladder. I'm 5'6", so I didn't need it, but it's always good to have just in case. I already mounted the first shelf off camera using a level, but I'm putting this tape down as a marker to make sure I'm keeping the shelves lined up. This is a good technique to use if you're doing this alone, and make sure you're using painter's tape and not duct tape, or else you might rip off some of the paint when you go to take it off. And now I'm just using the level to make sure that I put the tape down straight. Alright, so if you don't know how to use a level, basically what you're looking for is that little bubble right there. You're trying to get it in between those 2 black lines. So once it nicely sits in between them, that's how you know that it's straight. And it's the same difference when you're trying to get around this way. You're just trying to get it up to those 2 black lines. They're right in between it. Alright, so here I'm just measuring the wall so I know exactly how far apart to space each shelf from each other. I believe my wall is about 15 inches wide, so I'm going to put each shelf within 16 inches of each other. And then here you definitely want to make sure you're measuring how far apart the end holes are on the brackets so that you drill them into the right spot the first time. Measure twice, drill once. So now I'm just making my markings on the wall on where exactly I'm going to be drilling each shelf so that I don't drill them too close to each other. Make sure you put your marks on the tape and not on the wall if you don't have spare touch-up paint. So now you want to choose which drill bit you're going to be using depending on the thickness of your nail. As you can see, this first one's a little bit too skinny, but the other one's honestly a little bit too big, but I broke the one that I probably should use, so this will do. And if you like this video so far, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Alright, so now I'm just going to switch off that nail bit to the hole drill bit, and make sure you put down the strength on the drill so that you don't break the bits like I did. Now I'm just drilling holes into the marks that I put on the wall. So now I'm just taking the nails and drilling the brackets into the wall. I'm not using the drywall anchors because I am drilling into the stud, but if you don't have a stud finder and you're just drilling into the wall, then you definitely want to use those drywall anchors. Alright, so once you mounted both brackets, you're just going to line the holes up in the wood with the brackets and slide it into place. Ta-da!
So that was my floating shelves DIY tutorial. Hopefully you learned something from it. Who knows, maybe you learned nothing. Maybe you think it was a terrible idea. Maybe you think I'm not terrible, but I tried my best. If you found this video helpful at all, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you did not find it helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. And comment down below anything you think I should try to build next. I'm thinking maybe like a bookshelf or something. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and wash your hands and stay inside and be nice to people and drink water, and bye.